the top tonight in back-to-back decisions that could directly affect your bank account. The courts dive into Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. On Wednesday, a federal court said President Donald Trump cannot unilaterally enact sweeping tariffs against most of the world's countries. That decision was temporarily paused by a federal appeals court while Team Trump appeals. But the Court of International Trade, which is based in New York and deals with important issues on imports and cases affecting global trade, said Trump's various tariffs are unconstitutional. The president is overstepping his authority, according to the court, and that includes worldwide tariffs that slap an additional 10% on every country, retaliatory tariffs for specific countries like China that could face a 125% tariff come August, and what the court calls trafficking tariffs placed on Canada and Mexico to combat fentanyl coming across our border and illegal immigration. Now, the question in the case is about who really has the power to impose these kinds of tariffs. The Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, says Congress has exclusive powers to, quote, lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises, and to regulate commerce with foreign nations. Now, Congress did give up some of that power. They gave it to the president in emergency circumstances, and this was all by passing a law called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977, a.k.a. IEEPA. IEEPA allows the president to declare an emergency in response to some unusual or extraordinary threat to the United States, and it unlocks pretty sweeping economic powers, including potentially the power to impose tariffs. Now, IEEPA has been used to impose sanctions on other countries that the U.S. is in conflict with or to freeze terrorist assets. Trump declared national emergencies under IEEPA in his various executive orders imposing tariffs around the globe. And as the court notes, IEEPA's limited authorities may be exercised only to, quote, deal with an unusual and extraordinary threat with respect to which a national emergency has been declared, and may not be exercised for any other purpose. But a group of small business owners and states sued Trump, saying he overstepped. And the courts agreed as to all three sets of tariffs, specifically with respect to the reciprocal tariffs that were meant to induce other countries to lower their rates against the United States. The court said the government's pressure argument effectively concedes the direct effect of the country-specific tariffs is simply to burden the countries they target. It is the prospect of mitigating this burden, the government explains, that will induce target countries to crack down on trafficking within their jurisdictions. But however this might sound as a good diplomatic strategy, it does not comfortably meet the statutory definition of dealing with the cited emergency. And the statutory definition is key because that's where Congress handed over some of its power to the president. Now, a federal appeals court temporarily paused this decision, at least until June 9th, giving Trump a chance to appeal.